What makes the Ethiopian Bible so so powerful, and why it's feared? In the shadow of the world's most well-known Bibles, hidden from the spotlight, yet bursting with immense spiritual power, lies the Ethiopian Bible, one of the oldest and most complete biblical texts known to humankind. Its pages offer not only ancient wisdom but also bold, unvarnished truths that have both comforted the soul and terrified the powerful for centuries. Yet for many in the West, this Bible remains a mystery, locked away in secrecy. Its sacred contents too dangerous, too revealing to be embraced widely. The Ethiopian Bible is more than a religious artifact. It is a testament to a faith that resisted colonial domination, a scripture that contains books banned in other Christian traditions. It preserves an ancient Christianity untainted by Western imperialism, offering messages that empower those who read it, but send shockwaves through those who fear it. The Ethiopian Bible holds truth in its narrative. We will explore the highs and lows of the Ethiopian Bible, its powerful spiritual teachings, the reasons it has been feared for so long, and why it remains a beacon of hope for believers today. If you're intrigued by these hidden stories and want to dive deeper into the mysteries of ancient texts, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more insightful content. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your perspective on the secrets of the Ethiopian Bible. First, key teachings that empower. The key teachings of the Ethiopian Bible resonate with a profound sense of spiritual empowerment, offering a unique perspective that has been largely excluded from Western traditions. Unlike conventional texts, the Ethiopian canon expands the believer's understanding of divine mysteries and celestial order, guiding them through cosmic battles and moral lessons. At the heart of these teachings are powerful narratives found in books like Enoch Jubilees and the Kabbalah Nagast, all of which provide a robust framework for navigating adversity, seeking justice and standing firm in faith. Among these texts, the Book of Enoch stands out as a profound and enigmatic scripture. It tells the story of Enoch, a righteous man so close to God that he did not experience death, but was taken directly into the heavens. However, the true significance of this text lies in its vivid depiction of the Watchers, angels who descended to earth and violated divine law by engaging with human women. The resulting offspring, the Nephilim, were giants who corrupted and oppressed humanity, representing unchecked power and moral disobedience. This ancient tale serves not only as a record of cosmic rebellion, but also as a cautionary metaphor. The fall of the Watchers is a timeless lesson on the dangers of arrogance, pride, and the seductive lure of power. For Ethiopian Christians, it's a reminder that even beings of divine nature are vulnerable to corruption, and that no individual or institution is immune to the consequences of moral failure. This teaching, powerful in its simplicity, reminds the faithful of the inevitability of divine justice. It highlights the necessity of humility, calling believers to remain steadfast in their righteousness, even when faced with overwhelming power and temptation. The Book of Enoch, with its themes of rebellion, judgment, and redemption, has historically been perceived as dangerous by political and religious authorities. Its challenge to authority, portrayal of angels falling from grace, and message of divine retribution against corruption pose a threat to those in power. This is why for centuries, leaders sought to suppress such teachings, fearing that they would inspire rebellion and encourage the oppressed to rise up against unjust systems. Yet for those seeking spiritual empowerment, Enoch's message is clear. Righteousness will always triumph over corruption, no matter how entrenched the powers of evil may seem. Equally significant is the Book of Jubilees, a scripture that lays out a divine cosmic calendar, revealing the sacred cycles that govern the universe. It emphasizes that history is not a random sequence of events, but follows a divinely orchestrated plan. This profound concept of time provides comfort and assurance to believers, teaching that even in moments of chaos, God's master plan remains unshaken. The Book of Jubilees conveys the idea that although evil may dominate temporarily, It is subject to the inevitable intervention of divine justice. For Ethiopian Christians, this assurance offers hope amid adversity. It reinforces the belief that the universe operates according to a higher order, which no earthly power can control or disrupt. This cosmic justice, where good eventually triumphs over evil, empowers believers to endure hardship with faith in God's ultimate plan. It encourages a deep trust in divine timing, providing solace to those experiencing the unpredictable turmoil of life. The Kebnegast, perhaps the most iconic of these texts, further cements Ethiopia's spiritual heritage. This scripture narrates the legendary journey of the Queen of Sheba to visit King Solomon, resulting in the birth of Menelik, the first emperor of Ethiopia's Solomonic dynasty. It is not merely a historical record, but a divine affirmation of Ethiopia's chosen status. Through the Kebnegast, the Ethiopian people trace their lineage directly to Solomon and the Ark of the Covenant, claiming a unique relationship with God's divine purpose. For centuries, the Kebnegast has been a source of strength and identity for the Ethiopian people in times of foreign invasion, colonization, and internal strife. This text has been a reminder of their divine heritage, offering both spiritual and national fortitude. It transcends the mere concept of earthly sovereignty, establishing a sacred legacy that defies political and military domination. By linking Ethiopia to the biblical lineage of Solomon, the Kebnegast provides a theological foundation for resistance against oppression. It instills pride and dignity in the face of adversity. The message of the Kebnegast is one of resilience and empowerment. It reassures the faithful that their spiritual heritage is far more powerful than any temporal force. This belief has fortified generations, encouraging them to uphold values of justice, wisdom, and faith, even when faced with seemingly insurmountable challenges. In a world dominated by material power and exploitation, the Kebnegast offers a counter-narrative of divine purpose and cosmic justice. It elevates the Ethiopian people's understanding of their place in the world. The key teachings of the Ethiopian Bible, enshrined in the Book of Enoch, Jubilees, and the Kebnegast, empower believers with a profound sense of divine justice and cosmic order. These texts challenge the faithful to live according to a higher moral calling, offering spiritual fortitude in the face of adversity. By preserving these ancient scriptures, the Ethiopian tradition has maintained a unique spiritual lineage that not only emboldens the oppressed, but also stands as a testament to the enduring power of faith in the ultimate triumph of good over evil. Fear of these teachings, a threat to power. The Ethiopian Bible has long been recognized as a profound source of spiritual and cultural empowerment, providing those who embrace its teachings with strength, guidance, and a deep sense of divine justice. Yet, for those in positions of power, whether religious or political, this ancient text represents a potent threat. Throughout history, the Ethiopian Bible has been subject to suppression and exclusion, its teachings deemed too dangerous for widespread distribution. The question arises, what is it about this Bible that inspires such fear in those who hold authority? One of the key reasons the Ethiopian Bible has been seen as a threat lies in its inclusion of the Book of Enoch. This text, with its vivid portrayal of the Watchers, angels who rebelled against divine law by engaging with human women, offers a potent allegory for the dangers of unchecked power and authority. The Watchers, once exalted and pure, forsook their divine mission for personal gain, leading to their downfall and the birth of the Nephilim. This narrative is not just a story of celestial rebellion. It serves as a metaphor for the destructive nature of authority when it becomes self-serving. For those in power, the Book of Enoch presents a challenging message. Even the highest figures, whether angels, kings, or leaders, are subject to moral accountability. The fall of the Watchers reveals that no position of power is immune to divine judgment, posing a direct challenge to the legitimacy of earthly authority. It suggests that all rulers, no matter how exalted, must adhere to the moral laws of justice and righteousness, or face the inevitable consequences of their actions. This idea is particularly dangerous for those who seek to maintain control. The Book of Enoch encourages believers to question authority, challenge corruption, and recognize that no leader is beyond reproach. For centuries, religious institutions, especially in the West, found this message too subversive, fearing that it would embolden the oppressed to rise against corrupt systems of power. Authorities sought to limit its influence by excluding the Book of Enoch from the biblical canon. During the era of European colonialism, the Ethiopian Bible's teachings became even more threatening, especially through its inclusion of the Kebnegast. This revered text tells the story of the Queen of Sheba's visit to King Solomon, resulting in the birth of their son Menelik, who would become the first emperor of Ethiopia's Solomonic dynasty. By tracing their lineage back to Solomon and the Ark of the Covenant, the Kebnegast provided the Ethiopian people with a divine claim to their land and culture. This affirmed their status as a chosen nation under God's protection. This narrative was a direct threat to colonial powers who sought to undermine the cultural and religious identities of the people they subjugated. The Kebnegast empowered Ethiopians to resist foreign domination, offering a powerful message of spiritual and national pride. It declared that Ethiopia was not merely a subject of earthly empires, but a kingdom with a divine heritage, a nation chosen by God with a sacred mission that could not be erased by foreign powers. For colonial rulers, this sense of spiritual independence was a terrifying prospect, one that undermined their attempts to impose control. The Book of Jubilees, another unique text found in the Ethiopian Bible, also posed a significant challenge to Western colonialism. Often referred to as the Lesser Genesis, the Book of Jubilees outlines a sacred calendar that governs the cycles of the heavens and the earth, placing history within a divine framework. This text teaches that the events of history are not random or chaotic, but follow a carefully orchestrated divine timeline. For colonial powers who sought to impose their own narratives of progress and modernization, this teaching was seen as an affront to their authority. Western colonialism often positioned itself as the bringer of order and progress to backward societies, justifying domination in the name of civilization. But the Book of Jubilees rejected this linear, mechanical view of history, offering instead a vision of time that was cyclical, sacred, and beyond the control of human rulers. It reminded believers that their lives were part of a larger cosmic story, one that could not be corrupted or controlled by earthly empires. For the Ethiopian people, the Book of Jubilees was more than just a religious text. It was a symbol of resistance. It encouraged them to trust in God's ultimate plan for justice, to recognize that the forces of oppression were temporary, and to remain steadfast in their faith, knowing that divine intervention would eventually prevail. For Western powers, this teaching represented a direct challenge to their authority, as it empowered the colonized to resist not only physical domination but also the imposition of foreign ideas and values. Throughout history, the Ethiopian Bible has been seen as a dangerous text by those in power. The Book of Enoch, with its message of divine judgment, challenged corrupt leaders to recognize their own fallibility, while the Kebnegast empowered the Ethiopian people with a profound sense of spiritual and national identity. The Book of Jubilees offered a vision of time and history that defied the linear, mechanical notions imposed by colonialism, encouraging believers to trust in God's plan for cosmic justice. These teachings, which have inspired resistance against oppression for generations, continue to challenge the foundations of earthly power by empowering the faithful with a sense of divine justice and cosmic order. Why it's empowering today, the Ethiopian Bible continues to serve as a profound source of empowerment, offering wisdom, hope, and guidance to believers navigating the complexities of modern life. Its timeless teachings resonate deeply, especially in a world where chaos, corruption, and injustice seem rampant, what makes the Ethiopian Bible particularly relevant and empowering today is its capacity to inspire resistance, affirm cultural identity, and present a forward-looking vision anchored in divine justice. In an era where trust in political, social, and religious institutions is frequently eroded, the Ethiopian Bible stands as a testament to resistance against corrupt power. It encourages believers to place their faith not in fallible human systems, but in the ultimate authority of God. The message embedded within its pages remains clear. Earthly rulers may fail, but divine justice is unwavering. For those who feel disillusioned or oppressed, the Ethiopian Bible offers a pathway to resilience, urging them to stand firm in their faith and resist forces that seek to undermine justice. One of the clearest illustrations of this theme is the story of the Watchers in the book of Enoch, the tale of these rebellious angels who defied divine law and brought ruin upon themselves. Serves as a powerful metaphor for the dangers of unchecked authority in the modern context. This story reminds us that no institution, no matter how powerful, is beyond the reach of corruption. The Watcher's fall highlights the inevitable downfall of those who misuse power, offering a timeless lesson in accountability for individuals witnessing injustice today. This story provides both a warning and a promise. Resist corruption. Maintain your faith and know that divine justice will prevail. In the end, the Book of Jubilees presents another empowering vision, challenging the modern emphasis on human control and progress. In a world where progress is often measured by material wealth and power, the sacred cyclical time, described in the Book of Jubilees, offers a radically different perspective. It reassures believers that the apparent chaos of the present is part of a divine plan that unfolds according to God's higher order. For those grappling with societal inequalities or exploitation, the Book of Jubilees provides a vision of hope, reminding them that the structures of oppression are temporary and divine justice will ultimately prevail. The Kebra Nagast further reinforces this message of resistance and empowerment, especially for the Ethiopian people. This sacred text, which traces Ethiopia's royal lineage to King Solomon and the Queen of Sheba, offers a narrative that instills pride and affirms a divine connection. During periods of foreign invasion and colonial rule, the Kabrangas served as a rallying cry for independence, reminding Ethiopians of their sacred mission and divine protection. Even today, this narrative resonates with those who resist oppression. It encourages them to see themselves as part of a divine plan that transcends earthly power. Beyond its message of resistance, the Ethiopian Bible offers a deep sense of identity and cultural pride for those who have been marginalized or oppressed. It affirms their place within a sacred heritage. The stories within the Ethiopian Bible are not mere historical accounts. They are affirmations of the lasting value of Ethiopia's spiritual and cultural traditions. This is particularly true of the Kebnagast, which links the Ethiopian people to the lineage of King Solomon. This connection gives Ethiopians a unique claim to divine favor and protection, offering a powerful counter-narrative to centuries of cultural erasure and oppression. In a world where cultural assimilation and suppression have long been tools of domination, the Ethiopian Bible stands as a beacon of resilience. It reminds believers that their traditions, faith and identity are not only valid but divinely ordained. For individuals of African descent, whether in Ethiopia or the diaspora, the Ethiopian Bible offers a spiritual lineage that predates colonialism, slavery, and other forms of cultural oppression. It provides a narrative of continuity and resilience, reaffirming that no external force can erase their cultural and spiritual identity. In modern times, as people seek to reconnect with their roots and reclaim their heritage, the Ethiopian Bible offers a tangible link to the past. It presents a framework for understanding the present and the future through the lens of a rich, spiritual tradition, emphasizing the importance of cultural pride and faith. For those searching for meaning in an uncertain world, The Ethiopian Bible serves as a guide, offering wisdom rooted in an ancient yet enduring spiritual lineage. Perhaps the most compelling reason the Ethiopian Bible remains empowering today is its hopeful vision for the future. Amidst the uncertainties, violence, and inequalities of the modern world, the Bible presents a roadmap for living a life grounded in faith, integrity, and resilience. Its teachings about the end of days, the restoration of God's kingdom, and the triumph of good over evil provide a powerful vision of hope. The prophecy in the book of Enoch, which foresees the judgment of the watchers, reminds believers that evil will not have the final word. For those living in times of darkness, this promise of eventual justice offers comfort and inspiration. The Book of Jubilees further reinforces this vision, presenting a cosmic timeline that unfolds according to God's plan. This divine order offers reassurance in moments of crisis, encouraging believers to trust in God's timing and resist the despair that often accompanies worldly struggles. The cyclical nature of time, as described in the Book of Jubilees, suggests that the difficulties of the present are part of a larger divine design, and that they will eventually give way to justice and redemption. The Kebra Nagast also offers a forward-looking vision, affirming Ethiopia's place within the divine order and charging its people with upholding the values of justice, wisdom, and faith. This sense of responsibility is not confined to the past. It serves as a guide for the present and future, encouraging believers to carry forward the torch of faith and resilience, even in the face of adversity. In conclusion, the Ethiopian Bible remains a powerful source of empowerment in the modern era. Its teachings provide a message of resistance against corruption and oppression, affirm a deep sense of cultural pride and identity, and offer a hopeful vision for the future, grounded in divine justice and cosmic order. The Ethiopian Bible equips believers with the tools they need to navigate an often unjust world. For those seeking meaning, strength, and purpose, it serves as a guiding light, pointing toward a future where righteousness prevails and divine justice is realized. The power and fear of truth. The Ethiopian Bible stands as a testament to the enduring power of truth, one that has for centuries both uplifted the oppressed and unsettled, those who seek control. Its profound teachings on divine justice, cosmic order, and the indomitable spirit of human resilience continue to offer not just guidance but also a deep sense of empowerment to those who engage with its wisdom. For believers, it serves as a beacon of hope, a reminder that righteousness is not only possible but inevitable. Yet, for those who rely on systems of control, oppression, or unchecked power, this sacred text represents a dangerous threat, a vivid reminder that no empire, ruler, or institution stands beyond the reach of God's judgment. Ultimately, the power of the Ethiopian Bible lies in its unwavering commitment to truth. It's this very truth, unflinching and uncompromising, that has made it both feared and revered throughout history. It challenges the foundations of corrupt power and calls forth a vision of justice that transcends the temporal. In a world so often caught in the grip of fear and domination, the Ethiopian Bible offers a counter-narrative, one where truth prevails and justice, rooted in divine order, is the ultimate arbiter of all things.